Hey, I'm Gabriel, also known as Gabo the Guide. I'm passionate about traveling and taking people on amazing adventures. I'm on a journey to discover Northern Portugal and experience the region's unique culture, gastronomy, and beautiful landscape. Let's visit Porto in the north. Portugal is renowned for having some of the best wines in the world. Among them, the Vinho Verde and the port wine, which has been made right here in the Douro Valley since the 17th century. Wine tourism has come a long way since then, and today, the north of Portugal is home to dozens of award-winning wines, fabulous hotels, Michelin-star restaurants, and breathtaking views. This is the food and wine of Northern Portugal. My journey takes me from the vibrant city of Porto to the lower Minho region, where I'll visit Quinta da Veleda and Quinta de Lixa, before stopping at Casa Lapão in Vila Real. I will continue along the Douro Valley wine region and then head northeast to the region of Trás-os-Montes, ending my journey in the city of Bragança. I wake up feeling fresh and energized after an incredible stay at the Vila Foz Hotel and Spa, ready to start my food and wine journey in northern Portugal. We're in Vila Nova do Gaia, a type of port wine sanctuary where the wine cellars here have perfected the conditions to store tons and tons of liters of this sacred nectar. You cannot visit Porto without having a taste of this delicious port wine. I'm going to meet Regina, who is going to tell me all about the history of Ramos Pinto, and is going to give me a glimpse into the mind of the genius founder of this port wine company.
Hello,
Regina.
Welcome to the Ramos Pinto house, and I will show you our museum. Art was very important to Adriano Ramos Pinto. All the furniture and equipment, they are originals and date from the early 20th century.
We can see actually history in the making.
Here was where everything happened. He was the first one to export port wines to Brazil, and he made this exportation for the first time in bottle and with appealing labels. At that time, all the other exporters, they always exported in barrel, always ahead of his time. Here, the brothers, they received their most important clients, and they built a throne for the clients. Please.
Oh, I feel privileged. Wow, they really knew how to make people feel important.
Yeah.
I feel like a king on a throne.
Over here we have exposed the most iconic labels from the early 20th century. The bathroom, it's very interesting too.
The brainstorming room.
Yeah, maybe we can say that. So all the flower power from the Douro, I think, but image was always very important to Adriano.
He lived art to the fullest.
Yeah.
Oh.
We are in the cellar. The port wines, they will age here. We have a constant thermal stability all through the year, winter and summer too. Here we have humidity, and that's very important for the aging process.
And how long will the port wine be sitting in the barrel itself?
Between 3 and 40 years or longer.
Wow.
It depends of the wine. You need to try the port wines, of course.
I'm ready for it.
Of course, let's go. The best part of the tour, it's the tasting, of course. Over here we have the 3 families of port wines. The white is produced only with white grapes. Ruby and Tony, they are red wines. We will start with the white, Adriano White Reserva. It has an average of age of 8 years, some honey flavors. It's very nice to drink as an aperitif, to join with dry fruits, for example, with cheeses too, if you want. Saúde.
Cheers.
The second one, the ruby, okay? Fruity flavors, a beautiful color, a red color.
Majestic even.
It is.
And the scents.
Yeah, you can
strong.
feel all the fruits and
Yeah.
everything. Are you ready for the third one?
Yes.
So this one, it's the Adriano, okay?
Adriano, por favor.
That's it.
What would Adriano tell us if he would be here today? How would he see this evolution of the port wine?
We are starting to expand the port wine to all the generations. Young people, they are starting to drink the port wine, and that's great.
Port to the people.
That's it. For all the people.
For all the people
the
of
ages.
all classes, all ages.
Of course.
Beautiful. I'm now more informed and ready to start and continue my journey through the world of food and wine in Northern Portugal.
Okay, thank you. It was a pleasure.
One last cheers.
Okay,
Salud.
enjoy it. Saúde.
After learning about the history of port wine, I cross the bridge and head to downtown Porto to grab one of the city's favorite snacks. I decided to come and check out Portugal's best hot dog. They call it cachorrinho. Isso! Obrigado, thank you. So I came to pay tribute to the late Anthony Bourdain that visited this place on his journey to Northern Portugal. This one's for you, Tony. Here in Portugal, they call this type of beer the fino. Mainly people here would prefer the lager, which is the lighter beer, but I decided to go with a stout. Best way to wash your cachorrinho. Campeón! Another sunny day at the city of Porto. Being so close to the Atlantic Ocean, I head to the neighboring city of Matosinhos, where I'm going to get a very special lesson about the best seafood in Northern Portugal. Portugal has over 800 kilometers of coastline, so fish recipes is something that has been perfected here for centuries. They call it marisqueira. These type of seafood restaurants specializes in the freshest fish and shellfish dishes. Today we're in the city of Matosinhos, where we're about to have the freshest and the best sea bass in the world. I came here to the restaurant of Os Luziados to meet Mr. Falcao, who is about to teach me about the culinary world of the ocean.
Uriel, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Please grab a seat.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
Wonderful to see you.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
All my memories of childhood were related with the nice family cuisine, using a lot of fish. We have a great supply of the catch of the day. Fresh fish and shellfish arrives every day to our fishing port, and we can buy it, afford it at an accessible price, and taste wonderful fish. So fish was something coming to the table every day. Tasting is part of the discovery and the cultural discovery of the country. It's not only the pleasure of eating, but is to understand the country. So the local shrimps, the coastal shrimps that are quite famous, the goose barnacles, and our clams here.
I knew there is something hiding behind all your knowledge.
I brought the official outfit of the Gastronomic Brotherhood of the Sea.
Dun, 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 dun.
I wear it when I go to a nice dinner with our fish and seafood.
So there is this strong bond between the people living here by the sea and the life living in the sea.
Absolutely. There is a local culture about it. Even the art, even the architecture of the sea inspire the local people. And the Brotherhood is not only about the traditions, but of our local culture.
It will be my first time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I will invite you to start by the goose barnacles. You should break
it.
the neck like this, like this, and it's ready. The sea in your mouth.
So this is how the Atlantic Ocean tastes like.
Absolutely. They are so delicate. It was why we started by the goose barnacles.
Good barnacles, good for Gabo.
Now, let me introduce our coastal shrimp. They are really a delicacy. How tasteful they are. Seems that the seaweed aromas came to the shrimp. The fish here is mainly done by small fishermen and small boats. They travel short distance and they arrive soon with the fresh catch of the day. Everything comes fresh and quite alive to our table, and that is one of the differences that we can feel here. Let me introduce the wild sea bass from our coast. Goes to the oven, covered with salt. The salt will preserve the juices and the flavors of the sea inside the sea bass. It's a traditional way, in my perspective, probably the best way to savor the local sea bass.
So when he cuts it open, he removes the layer of the salt.
Yes, the layer, then the skin is removed easily, and then the fish will be prepared in each plate without bones. And look how white is the meat here, with potatoes and steamed vegetables. It's a nice combination with our Vinho Verde wine.
Verde.
Yes.
One more salud. So
A little olive oil, may I?
Yes.
From the north of Portugal. You know that here in the north of Portugal, old olive tree plantations and local varieties of olives allow the region to produce really world-class olive oils.
and the olive oil does give it this twist at the end.
Yes, yeah.
The harmony of the ocean and the fish.
Yes. With the Vinho Verde wine, wonderful.
I kind of like this Vinho Verde. I think I need to learn more about it.
Yeah, you should explore the region.
I'm loving Portugal every minute. Following Mr. Falcao's advice, it's time to get on the road and head east. Just 30 minutes away is my next stop, Quinta da Veleda. In the heart of Quinta da Veleda lies one of the most beautiful historical gardens in all Portugal. Here you can have a lovely event, drink cocktails while looking over the vineyards. This place is so magical, it looks like it came out of a fairy tale. This is so romantic. Oh, solo mio, mi bella menina, te quiero tanto. Would you look at this lovely tea house in the middle of the lake? The attention to details here is marvelous. This is how I feel in Portugal every day. I have my mouth full, but I just can't get enough. Baby Cabrita, would you like some Vinho Verde with that? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Quinta da Veleda is known worldwide, not only for its Vinho Verde, but also for their exceptional brandy, produced right here from the very same grapes. Aha! I found it. The place where they hide their aguardente, the Portuguese brandy. The brandy inside are listening to the monks praising and singing the gospel of God. And now I finally found it, the aguardente. And there it is, the key to the Adega Vela, the secret old wine cellar. Now I understand how the Portuguese conquered half of the world. The aguardente. Oh. I can feel and smell the angels share in the air. Lucky angels. Good morning, bom dia. Yes, I'm enjoying Quinta da Veleda as well. Oh, you want to show me the way? Let's go. I'm making my way to the old kitchen where Ana Maria is going to teach me how to make homemade bread, or as they say in Portugal, mão na massa. putting my hands in the dough. Olá!
Olá.
Dá uma volta,
Yes.
spin around and do the hokey pokey. Do norte,
Sim, do norte. Sim, pão com chouriço.
pão com chouriço.
Sim. Água com um bocadinho de sal.
Sal,
Sim.
sim, que mais?
Mais nada. Agora vamos tirar o brasume do forno.
Let's do it!
O brasume.
Posso?
Sim.
After heating the oven for hours, we just took out all the coal and now it's time to place the bread inside.
É assim.
Aí?
Sim. Agora pega na tampa.
The door. I'll see you shortly.
Ok.
We're ready.
Tá pronto.
Obrigadíssimo.
De nada.
Now it's time for a little drink as I wait for the bread to be ready. Hey guys, thanks for waiting for me. I just finished placing the bread in the oven.
Hello, Gabriel.
What a beautiful table we have here. This makes me feel like at home. Business, politics, philosophy, everything is discussed around the table. There's no sacred thing here.
Yeah.
And the meals, it's not that you come eat and you go. It's all
No,
a
it's a place where
ceremony.
we talk.
Yeah.
Where you enjoy, where you stay for a little while.
For great friends, great meal, and the best wine.
Yeah.
Such an incredible day here at Quinta da Veleda. And now I finally arrived to the mezzanine, the private upper floor, where I get to taste the nectar of the gods, aguardente. I see they've prepared a bottle for me, a Degavela 12-year-old brandy, aged in the French oak barrels we saw earlier on. And now it's time for me to try it before I decide which bottle I would take back home with me. Is it you? Is it you? Or is it you? Oh, there's a lot more over there. Manuel Pedro Gage, I've learned so much about your legacy, the patron of the Aveleda Wine Company. It's time to go back home with me. I've learned so much about the Vinho Verde region today. The experience at Quinta de Aveleda is a wonderful introduction to the world of Vinho Verde. Founded in 1870, the property is now on the 5th generation of the Guedes family. 150 amazing years of history, commitment, and tradition. Next stop, the Monverde Wine Experience Hotel. Vinho Verde is an origin wine from the greenest region of the country, the Minho. The Monverde Hotel in Quinta de Lixa lies in the heart of the Vinho Verde region. Here, the vine inspires art, design, and a way of life. This wine experience hotel offers a variety of activities, and today I get a chance to be a winemaker for a day. A walk through the halls of the hotel reveals an artistic combination of temporary and permanent exhibitions. For example, this masterpiece by Paulo Neves that shows us the different leaves of the Quinta representing the 365 days of the year. What is the great tradition that hides in the Vinho Verde region? What makes it so unique that this is the only place in the world where one can produce Vinho Verde wines? These are the questions that I'm compelled to ask as I'm observing this beautiful vineyard scenery. I'm about to head out to meet Pedro, who is going to teach me all about the Vinho Verde wines by making my own bottle of Vinho Verde. Hey, Pedro.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. So you're going to teach me how to become a winemaker.
Exactly. Here we're gonna produce our wines for our tastes. It's a little bit different than trying the wine prepared by the winemaker. With this activity, the idea is for you to do exactly the same work the winemaker does every day. You're gonna try the 5 grapes. You're gonna choose your favorite. I recommend for you to choose 2 or 3 grapes, not more than that, and take the bottle with you like a souvenir to drink with your family, with your friends.
And bring them here so they can make their own wine. I'm already thinking about which blend should I make.
In the case of the Alvarinho, you're gonna find more tropical flavors, like pineapple, some melon, some honey in the middle taste.
What could you tell me about the avesso?
Avesso and Arinto, it's the 2 grapes we use to produce our sparkling wines.
And then we have the Arinto.
Arinto, it's a traditional grape we use in the blend. The nose is gonna be completely different than the mouth. A lot of alcoholic flavors. The wine is very creamy in the middle taste.
Creamy.
Some jam figs.
Now a bit of Lauriero. This is the magical moment where the winemaker gets to blend the grapes he's been growing throughout the year.
And I promise I don't reveal your blend to our winemaker.
Well, they are all Portuguese local species.
Yes.
Now we bottle it.
Exactly.
But I used to hate chemistry lessons in school and now I'm loving it.
Because it's wine.
Exactly.
87.5
87.
milliliters of Loureiro.
I hope I chose right. I like the scent already. Perfect blend. The Monverde Wine Experience Hotel is much more than a place to stay at. It is a place for wine lovers to come and indulge with the culture of the Vinho Verde region. It is a place for people to come and admire art inspired by nature. And it's a place where you can come as an amateur and live as a connoisseur. You can experience here activities that has to do from the first day the vine starts producing the flowers and the grapes till the last moment when you get to bottle your own Vinho Verde wine. The Minho region was a pleasure to discover, and as I continue my journey north, it's time for the next item on the menu: delicious conventual sweets. After trying the famous pastel de nata and learning its story, it's time to discover a less known but equally historic sweet. Traditionally, monks and nuns have been making wine and beer throughout the world, but here in Villarreal, the nuns of Casa La Pão have been perfecting a recipe for a very special pastry. Hola!
Bem-vindo!
Wow! This is where the magic happens.
Como vocês vão ver, é tudo feito manualmente. Estamos a falar de receitas com 400 anos de história. Vamos certamente provar e vou-vos falar um bocadinho de que é os diferentes doces em Portugal. Em Portugal temos os doces conventuais, que foi talvez o maior apogeu da doçaria portuguesa, com a vinda do açúcar do Brasil. Acabamos por mudar para sempre a maneira de fazer os doces. Portugal é hoje conhecido pelos doces conventuais. É talvez o maior património identitário cultural da gastronomia, a maneira como os portugueses trabalharam. A gema de ovo e o açúcar ninguém soube trabalhar.
It's time to get dressed.
Yes.
All right. Feel like a monk already.
And this.
Now you're crowning me
Yeah.
to be a part of the monastery.
Aqui estamos a ver a crista de galo, tal doce conventual que eu digo, que é com gema de ovo e amêndoa.
The sweets here are not only from the land and the trees that the Douro Valley gives, but also relates to the people and fertility.
Estamos a falar muitas vezes das culturas celtas, onde a sexualidade está muito prominente nos doces. Encontramos então aqui o Pito de Santa Luzia.
This is the cross of the Crusades.
Sim, é a Cruz de Cristo, a Cruz dos Cruzados, sim. É um doce também à base lá está da gema de ovo e do açúcar, só que também tem imensa amêndoa. Os conventos tinham 3 doces. Os pudim,
Pudding,
tinham os bolos,
Bolos de fraile também?
E os pastéis. Isto é um pastel.
Oh, pastel.
Isto é um pastel.
The pastry.
Yes.
Pastry, pudding and bolos.
É tudo manual, por isso nenhuma crista é igual. Sabes que primeiro não havia máquinas, então tudo era amassado à mão. Sim, eu ainda sou do tempo que se amassava tudo à mão. Sou bem antiga já. Vou-te tirar estas folhas que já foram estendidas ali pelas meninas e vou-te pôr à prova.
It's time to get my hands dirty.
Yes. 400 anos de história.
400 years of history and pastry making, monks, nuns and love stories.
Yes.
Okay, another?
Aqui,
Here a bit more.
aqui.
You can see it, right? You
Yes.
can see where the dough needs an extra touch.
Yes.
O galo vai estar contente.
O galo vai estar contente. Agora vamos pôr ovos.
E depois vamos bailar.
Yes.
Jeans. I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go old school.
Ah, very good. Isso, assim.
Tá, e taca a mão. Chiquita.
Vinha por baixo, assim, era para aqui.
Ta-da!
Very good.
Here we go. This is us doing it with the nuns.
Ah, boa. Estás contratado. Queres vir para aqui trabalhar?
Sim, como não?
O segundo homem a vir para aqui.
Can I get the suit as well? This is conventional sweet though?
Yes.
Look how it looks, like a gift from the gods.
Yes. Espero que tenhas gostado deste workshop, esta viagem ao mundo das memórias muito antigas, mas que ainda se fazem hoje no século XXI, com grande garra minha e grande esforço. Espero que tenhas gostado.
What a pioneer, I love it. And this is the results of our workshop.
E isto, há que fazer com um brinde, um vinho do Douro.
Tchim tchim.
Às memórias e à gastronomia.
And preservation of culture, gastronomy and love.
And love.
Amor. Saúde.
Amor, saúde.
One more gift? Oh my God. Thank you so much.
O pãozinho quente de dia 1 de novembro, não te podes esquecer.
Wow, wow. Girls, sisters, you really touched my heart. Now I feel like family.
You are family.
It just makes me want to sing. So let's do it. We are family. Do, 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 do. I got all my sisters with me. On the next episode, I continue exploring the hidden gastronomic secrets of Northern Portugal. Hey, I'm Gabriel, also known as Gabo the Guide. I'm passionate about traveling and taking people on amazing adventures. I'm on a journey to discover Northern Portugal and experience the region's unique culture, gastronomy, and beautiful landscape. Let's visit Porto in the north. The bacalhau looks delicious.
Yeah.
And then what do we have here?
Olives with garlic and olive oil
And the crucial
and
ingredient,
Ana Maria.
and Ana Maria. I've been dining and wining in Northern Portugal. Now I go deep into the Douro Valley to get to know more about wine at Quinta de Pacheca, have breakfast on top of a mountain while the sun rises, and enjoy a traditional lunch at Quinta de Penascal. Then I'll cruise the Douro River on a Rabella boat before making my way up north to Quinta de Romeu to discover the world of olive oil. Finally, time to visit Bragança, learn all about the chestnut, and try a modern take on regional products. In the very heart of the Douro wine region, surrounded by 75 acres of vineyards, Quinta de Pacheca is a trendy spot to stay at, offering a variety of activities and a wide range of premium quality rooms like the original wine barrels, right in the middle of the vineyards. Never in my wildest dreams would I imagine I'll be sleeping in a fancy wine barrel. Well, Quinta de Pacheca made it happen. I've been drinking wine since the moment I arrived to North Portugal, and frankly, I'm loving it. But I think now I want to experience what it feels to be in the winemaker's shoes. Well, I think I just might do that. There is so much to do around here, from wine tastings to wine painting or harvesting experiences. I have a full day ahead of me, but first, off to explore the vineyards. Going through the warehouses and facilities of Quinta de Pacheca, I'm astounded to see how they open their doors for travelers like me to get a raw look into the winemaking process. Now, you're just about to see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
There's always one person that sets the pace.
This is the sound of making wine. Symphony to my ears. Hey! Nota! Así você me mata. Grape stomping is an ancient practice that has been replaced by machines in most wineries. However, some winemakers still consider it to be the best process, as it avoids crushing grape seeds and ensures smoother flavors. Traditionally, the group sings during the process. This is one experience I will never forget. Why are we stomping the grapes with our feet, Hugo?
This is a process that is common in Douro Valley, especially for the wines that have the potential to age or to last longer in the bottle. When you do this in the lagars, this is a lagar, an open tank, you can extract more from the grape. So it leads to wines with more complexity and structure, so they last longer in the bottle, they have a better potential to age in the bottle. So that's why winemakers still preface this process, and we are in 2020, right? For sure, with our winemaker, she will keep doing this process because we have fantastic results.
After stomping the grapes, time to get cleaned up and go for one last ride before dinner. Just when I thought my day is over, they brought me to this old wine cellar full of huge barrels and this romantic settings right here. I think I'm just missing one last thing, some good company. Thank you for having me here. Watching the sunrise over the Douro Valley is one of those moments I will cherish forever. I woke up early and came to São Salvador do Mundo. There are dozens of amazing sightseeing spots along the Douro, but this one does have something special. As I climb it to the top, I'm taken by an overwhelming feeling of quietness. This is definitely a place of peace and contemplation. I'm on my way to Quinta do Panescal for a very special lunch. In the Douro region, each quinta is unique and has something different to offer and show. This wine estate has been welcoming guests for about 3 decades, who come to enjoy the hospitality and take a stroll while having a glass of wine through the terraced vineyards.
Olá, Gabriel.
Hey, Ana Margarida.
Bem-vindo à Quinta do Panescal.
Thank you. It's quite the place you have here.
Great, it's a beautiful landscape. Yeah.
It is, the Douro Valley.
Shall we have lunch?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
This is a great walk here in the vineyard.
Yeah, to open the appetites for
Exactly.
lunch.
And the port wine does the trick as well.
As well.
Oh, I see that they've been waiting for us.
Yes. Celebrate your visit with port wine.
This is lovely. And I see they got my favorite drink going on.
Of course.
Portonico.
Port tonic. It's always good in winter and summer. So, cheers.
Cheers, saúde.
Welcome.
The famous olive oil of the Douro Valley.
Yeah, this is the other side of the Douro Valley. The Douro Valley is a Mediterranean climate. So what do you find in here? Grapes, wine, olive oil, almonds, so olive trees, almond trees, lemon and oranges.
I see this probably makes this place in spring look all blossoming and smells divine.
Yeah, and because it's a Mediterranean climate, because it rains so little, everything is very tasty.
And with every great meal in Northern Portugal comes a great wine to come along with it.
Exactly. Everything connects.
The level of pairing and the amount of thoughts dedicated to matching plates and dishes with wines here is overwhelming.
The Douro Valley is protected by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Not because it's a natural beauty, but it's a tribute to the work of man. And this changes everything. So
every sip is a homage to the hard-working people.
Exactly.
To them. So this is one of the most traditional dishes here at the Douro Valley?
Yeah, the young goat is very traditional. It's like the family food on Sunday or on parties. And then the Douro wine, the red Douro wine, matches very well with this strong food. The Douro Valley, because it's so diverse and so hilly, allows multitude of microclimates that give you the perfect places to produce different things.
A variety of products that can be produced from different type of terroir, of climates, soil.
Art of making and grape varieties.
Wow. Yeah. Sophistication invested for centuries.
Yeah, that's right. Another tradition of the Douro Valley.
Fascinating.
Late creme.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
Look at this.
And the perfect match to port wine.
It's time for the king of the table.
Yeah, exactly. The king of wines, port wine. And with this amazing color, see when the sun...
Wow, yeah. Even the sun is dancing in the shadows.
Exactly. A lot of people took care of this wine in casks, aging, fine-tuning this amazing aroma and taste and persistency, and goes wonderfully with leite creme, the Douro dessert.
The devotion dedicated in this bottle until it reaches our palate, it's outstanding to see the hard work that it takes here in the Douro Valley with the extreme temperature and the terraces and everything until they have to age it and interfere in the process just for us to have what is literally the king of wines at the table.
Yeah.
This was a fascinating tour here at Quinta de Panascal. Ana Margarita, thank you for sharing your knowledge with me. And I hope to share it to the world.
Thank you.
I would cherish this visit in my heart.
So do I.
Hello world, wake me up to another good morning, time to go.
Pinhão is a charming small town located right at the confluence of the Douro and Pinhão rivers. With a very pleasant riverside, it's known for its beautiful railway station and for the port from where boats and cruises ship.
I am alive and I soar. Still I run toward the wind and let the challenge draw me in, 'cause I want more.
This is the famous Rabello boat, once the only means of transportation in the Douro River. Could you imagine this boat carrying 30 barrels of port wine from the Douro Valley all the way to Porto? Each barrel weighing about 500 kilos. That's over 15 tons. And the sailors were not navigating here. It was more like rafting. Years ago, they've created dams that slowed down the river And since then, it's us, the travelers, that get to sail on the Douro River. Behind me you can see a 19th century bridge that carries an historical train that allows passengers to ride through the Douro Valley and gets to sense a bit of the feeling of passengers discovering this valley.
Get up and go. There is joy found in the race, and I feel it in the place where I'm free.
From the gentle waters of the river, I'm now back to the green of the road, driving northeast to my next stop, Quinta do Romeu.
Yeah, we are all looking for adventure.
Quinta do Romeu has been producing top-quality extra virgin olive oil since 1874. Surrounded by beautiful olive groves, this is the perfect place for me to learn all about it. Olive oil has been present in every meal I've had in northern Portugal, but I did not have a chance to explore it yet. Here at Quinta do Romeu is the perfect place to learn more about this crucial element in Portuguese gastronomy. I'm about to immerse myself in the world of olives and bioorganic agriculture. Vamos lá! Olives are processed at the estate's mill the same day of the harvest or the following day at the latest, in order to ensure their freshness. They're washed in water before being crushed into a paste from which the oil is then separated through cold extraction, keeping all the good properties of this amazing liquid. The harvest takes place in November and December, and it's done with both man and machine working together as one. I've never seen such an incredible way to process olives. They smell great, they taste wonderful, and they also make a fantastic bed. Time to taste some olives. Just like with wine, there's a whole world of subtleness when it comes to tasting olive oil. You can distinguish all kinds of different notes that come alive in your palate, and you certainly feel a connection. The truth is that in the Douro region, many quintas produce both wine and olive oil together. Wow, I couldn't believe that an oil processing plant can be so exciting. And now it's time for the olive on top, trying the family recipes going from generation to generation at Maria Rita's restaurant. This must be the spot. Does it get any better than this? I've heard people drive all the way from Porto to eat at this restaurant. I can't wait and see what surprises they have in store for me. This is the type of place that makes me feel at home. Look at this lovely table they've prepared for me. The traditional alheira, rustic bread, the purest olive oil and olive tapenade, freshly made cabbage soup that comes along great with exquisite wine. This is what you can expect here at Quinta do Romeu. Farm-to-table meals, all locally sourced produce, and the warmest hospitality. And prepare yourself for mind-blowing flavors. Bom proveito. It's impressive to see how so deep into the mainland of Portugal, Trás-os-Montes, behind the mountains, I would find a recipe of codfish passing from father to son for 5 generations, only for me to come here and try it. So it's time for me to see how it looks on the inside. Here's another example for an original family recipe, the sopa seca, a dish built in layers of crusty bread, meat, vegetable, and chickpeas, all cooked in a delicious broth. Northern Portugal's comfort food. And the broth comes on top of everything, a dish filled in layers of all the good stuff that the north of Portugal is blessed with. After participating in the entire process from production to the tasting, I cannot leave this place without taking some of this liquid gold back home with me, or as they describe it here in Quinta de Romeu, as pure as God made it. After this introduction to Trás-os-Montes, I'm ready to continue my journey in northeast Portugal, also known as Terra Fria. Today I'm in Bragança, the city behind the mountains. My first stop is Marão, the house of chestnut, or castanha as they call it. Join me as I enter the world of chestnuts and get a taste of the gold of Bragança. As you can see, the chestnut has been elevated to much more than a golden nut. It is used to produce many products, such as beers, liquors, and delicious sweets. Who better to explain about the uses of chestnut than Marão's owner, João? Hola!
Olá!
Hey João, how are you? Thank you for joining me.
Obrigado.
What do we have here? All these delicious sweets I see here.
São doces típicos daqui de Bragança e da Terra Fria, feitos com castanha. Alguns adaptados de doçaria que já existe, por exemplo, a bola de Berlim com recheio de castanha e creme de marrom glacé, o pastel de nata, que é um grande ícone de Portugal, mas que nós recheamos com castanha granulada, com creme de castanha e limão e canela.
So this is the pastel de castanha.
É o pastel de Belém adaptado à castanha.
Sim.
Temos também o brigantino, que é um doce típico aqui de Bragança com os 4 ingredientes fortes aqui da região, desde logo a castanha, o azeite, o mel e a amêndoa granulada por cima. Temos uma tarte de castanha caseira, exclusiva aqui da nossa casa, e depois outros produtos mais elaborados pela indústria da confeitaria e pastelaria, marrom glacé, e o bombom de castanha com recheio de chocolate.
And the liquors and all the different beverages that you make.
É um licor de produção própria, feito de forma artesanal, muito aromático, que leva muita castanha, muito aroma de castanha e com muita cor e suavidade e bastante aveludada.
It's definitely suave, the soft tenderness and exotic taste of the castanha.
Ok, obrigado. Temos também outro tipo de licor para acompanhar esta doçaria, que é o licor cremoso de castanha.
The Baileys of Bragança.
Sim, sim. Cheers.
Cheers. Chin chin. I also understood that there is a special beer made out of castanha.
Sim.
Mesma. Wow. Wow, it's
boa?
delicious. Amber type of feeling to it.
Nós estamos na principal região produtora de castanha do país, que é Trás-os-Montes, e a castanha, além de ser um alimento para os seres humanos, é também um alimento para um animal que também é muito representativo da região, que é o porco, o suíno.
The black pork.
Sim, o porco bízaro, e é precisamente esse animal que dá outros produtos de qualidade, como o presunto, os chouriços, as alheiras, tudo aquilo que são os enchidos tradicionais da região. E os melhores enchidos tradicionais são precisamente aqueles em que a matéria-prima, o porco neste caso, é alimentado com castanhas. E a castanha o que é? Também vamos ver, é nada mais
looks like a little looks like a little porcupine.
Para descascar nada melhor que uma navalha aqui característica da região, que é chamada palassola.
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 So it's time to reveal the secrets of the castanha and to peel it off. I think it's time for us to go down to the museum and discover the secrets behind this magical nut.
Ok.
Shall we?
Um pequeno espaço com algumas informações sobre a produção de castanha no mundo.
Could you make music like this?
Yeah.
Oh, Macarena galão, e na vida certeira, no teu coração. What about these? Wow, what an exhibition.
Isto é uma coleção de assadores de castanha de algumas zonas do país e também de Espanha, França, Itália.
Wow, look at the traditional painting and
o assador tradicional de Trás-os-Montes, que é este.
This is the regional Trás-os-Montes one, yeah?
Trás-os-Montes.
What about this, the masks? What is the general idea behind the masks?
A máscara é um ritual usado aqui em Trás-os-Montes no Natal e no Carnaval. Muitas dessas máscaras são feitas precisamente com madeira de castanho. Quando os jovens atingem a maioridade, ganham o direito de vestir um traje de careto e pôr uma máscara tradicional. E aí já são grandes.
Yeah. So this is it. The House of Castanha. You're the ones who saw it first. This is the place if you really want to go in depth with the world of chestnuts and what you can do with it. The House of Castanha offers not only a lot of interesting information, but different types of workshops and the tastiest products Castanha can give to this world. We're in the castle of Bragança. This place is not only one of the best preserved castles in all over Portugal, but also a fountain of life. Here you can find medieval fairs, pubs and taverns, and traditional cuisine with a modern flair. This place I'm going to have lunch in is called Javali, or the Tavern of the Wild Boar. Oi! Look at this incredible tavlas. Taste out of everything that is local, fresh, and traditional. This ham looks out of this world. I'm guessing because this place is called Javali, this would be a wild boar. Flávio.
Hi. Hello, how are you?
My friend. Tudo bem?
Tudo bem. E tu, como estás?
Perfeito. Now even better. What do we have here?
It is a wheelbarn stuffed.
The wild boar burger.
Yes, like that, with the chestnut.
I'm gonna slice it with the traditional knife and feel like a regular citizen of Bragança. Wow. Oh my God, this is amazing. Look at this. The first and only wild boar burger I've ever ate.
I bring something. Cantarelos tibaris, chamados rapazinhos, is a mushroom, the typical Oz, only salted with oil and garlic.
Flávio, please join me. Okay. I'm dying to hear more about your kitchen.
Like it?
It's a feast of flavors.
Yes. É o nosso trabalho, ou seja, é a nossa questão. É fazer dos nossos produtos regionais coisas diferentes, mesmo que sejam só o produto, ou seja, elas mais alteradas. E isto é produto.
Just picked out of the land and brought into the kitchen to make a meal. What could you tell me about the way that people get the products here? About the game meat, hunting?
Ainda temos as pessoas mais velhas a produzir os terrenos e a tirar daí os produtos e serem eles muito sazonais.
Flávio, the truth is, I'm loving it here. I feel like history is in the making, history is coming back to life. And I think your place has a lot to do with it.
O nosso trabalho, e quem está na área da restauração e na parte da hotelaria, é manter com que as pessoas estejam em casa. E daqui, através dos sabores, através do cheiro, através da vista, levarem uma experiência espetacular e uma experiência para voltarem, uma experiência para recomendar. Onde nós estamos, o castelo, sem dúvida, é dos mais preservados a nível nacional. A Domus, até ao momento, é a única que existe na Península Ibérica e remete-nos ao século XIII, que era uma antiga câmara onde é que as pessoas tiravam a água. A igreja e o espaço brutal que temos à nossa frente é um bocadinho isso, é um bocadinho uau. A ideia é uau. E juntar uau à comida, juntar uau à hospitalidade e fazer com que as pessoas tenham uma grande experiência. E este entorno todo, na cidadela, faz com que a experiência seja brutal.
You said it, Flávio, you make me feel at home.
Toast.
Chin chin.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Gabriel, also known as Gabo the Guide. I'm passionate about traveling and taking people on amazing adventures. I'm on a journey to discover Northern Portugal and experience the region's unique culture, gastronomy, and beautiful landscape. Let's visit Porto in the north. On this episode, I'm going to explore how luxury, fashion, and lifestyle are being redefined these days in Northern Portugal. I will experience fine dining at the best restaurants, stay at the most luxurious hotels and spas, and get to learn more about the latest trends in Portuguese lifestyle. This is luxury, fashion, and lifestyle in Northern Portugal. My journey begins in the city of Porto. From here, I will explore northern Portugal, crossing the impressive Marau Mountains all the way up to the region of Trás-os-Montes. I'll head south to the Douro Valley wine region before going back to where it all started for one last day in Porto. Downtown Porto, where all the luxury brands are at. You can find all sorts of designer stores spread out across the city, from well-known international brands to renowned Portuguese shops. I'm in a mood for shopping, so I came to Mr. Mood's to get me a jacket for winter. Wow, look at this store. Yes, this looks nice. For the ultimate in quality and exclusiveness, I'm visiting Irish, a world-class Portuguese tailor who has even designed suits for His Highness Prince Charles. Iris.
Hello, Gabriel. How are you?
Pleasure to meet.
Welcome to my studio.
Thank you so much. It would be an honor for me if you could make a suit for my trip to Northern Portugal.
The honor is mine. I'm going to take the measurements right now.
At Iris Bespoke Tailor, the love for tailoring runs in the family. Iris gave his first steps in the métier with his grandfather, who taught him everything he knows. After traveling the world in the quest for experience and perfection, he has now gathered a devoted clientele with studios in Porto, Lisbon, and London. After the measurements and fitting, Iris wastes no time getting to work. Meanwhile, I still have a lot to explore in the trendy streets of downtown Porto. Next stop, a visit to the first soap and perfume boutique in the city. I'm about to walk into Klaus Porter's shop. This is the place where personal hygiene went from a basic need into a lifestyle. I think I'm about to get pampered. So let's go in. Smells amazing. Klaus Porter was created in 1887. That's 134 years of crafting high-quality premium products. I'm also taking the opportunity to have an exclusive shaving experience. It's by appointment only, so be sure to book it in advance. They use their own line of products, the Musgo Real, which is super relaxing and restorative. Hey! Klaus is not your regular soap and perfume store. They offer a unique workshop where you can learn all about the century-old process of making hand soap. It literally is a hands-on experience, as you get to make your own soap using the same methods they did back in the 19th century. Smells so good! Molding. top it off, there's also a museum that tells the story of the brand throughout the decades. They became a powerhouse in design and marketing, often inviting artists to express their creativity by making original hand drawings an intrinsic part of their identity. Treating myself to some nice clothes and a relaxing shave has made me hungry, so I'm crossing the bridge over to the city of Vila Nova de Gaia for a very special lunch at the wine cellar district. Vinham Restaurant and Wine Bar is located at the 19th century Graham's Port wine cellars. It's an historic and impressive setting, and it's considered to have the most wonderful view of the two cities, combined with remarkable gastronomy and an immersive wine experience. Although making all the way from the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, this tuna fish is fresh, and for me it represents the Portuguese cuisine in one bite. The Trasses Montes beef is known to be one of the best meats in all over Europe. Vinham brings the very best of Portuguese food to the table. Oh, it's time for the royal wagon.
Yeah.
Quite a heritage you hold here.
That will be a flavor of honey, dried fruits, okay, and the oak.
I would like to have you as a friend for the rest of my life. This was a delightful lunch here at Vinham and Graham's, and I can now say that this place not only offers an incredible view to the city of Porto, but also an exquisite experience of gastronomy, wine, and luxurious lifestyle. After having this tour here in the wine shop, the collection of wine here is absolutely incredible. I could only invite you to come and try this vintage 40 years old port wine for yourself. To finish the day in style, I'm visiting a place known for creating the finest handcraft jewelry in Portugal and unveil the secrets behind the art of filigree. I came to the house of filigree to understand what makes this technique so unique. Hello. No problem. Thank you very much. Most items are intimately connected to the Portuguese culture and history, such as the Portuguese caravel or the iconic Vienna heart. And what makes the Portuguese filigree so unique?
The Portuguese filigree is the finest in the world.
I wish I could learn how to be a filigree artist.
Of course, you can try.
Can I?
Yes, claro. Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. We are going to make a small knot,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna twist it like this, and one more time.
Okay.
Like this.
That's great.
Yes.
All right.
Try now, please.
My turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the people which are doing this work, they liked it very much. It's some kind of dedication.
It's meditative, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Going
yeah.
into this mantra of
exactly.
filigree.
Exactly.
All right. What's the next move would be?
Now we have to.
Wow. Pronto.
Yeah.
Nowadays, filigree is not only about tradition, it has evolved into luxurious jewelry pieces with a contemporary design. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. Before continuing my journey north, I'm meeting Irish to pick up my custom-made suit.
Hey, Iris. Hello, Gabriel.
How are you? How are you? Good, very good.
Nice to see you again.
Same here.
I have your suit ready. Look
Wow. This looks amazing.
What you like
done. It? Yeah, I love it.
Please try on.
Wow. I think I'm gonna try it on right now.
And now the final touch. See? You're welcome. Appreciate it. Nice to meet you. See you soon. Enjoy.
I've got all I need, and now I'm ready to get on the road and travel north to the region of Trás Montes, which literally means behind the mountains. 1.5 hour drive away on a very comfortable highway. My first stop is at the royally famous Vidago Palace Hotel. The Vidago Palace Hotel is an outstanding masterpiece of hospitality and a reference to luxury here in Portugal. The history of this palace takes us to the last days of the monarchy and to the beginning of the Roaring '20s. Although the kings that built this hotel never got to enjoy it, it is travelers like me and you that get to have a taste of royalty. I was waiting for you. I hope you don't mind I ordered your favorite red and booked this entire place for us. Sea bass with cauliflower puree and scarlet shrimp, an exclusive Portuguese meal for you and me. Saúde. How's your fish? Do you like your scarlet shrimp? One of the nicest things here about Vidago Palace Hotel is that you get to enjoy this beautiful golf course. 18 holes of pure joy. After finishing my golf session, it's time for me to get treated at the famous spa of Vidago Palace. One of the best things about it, it has natural springs that burst mineral goodness. One of the things that led to the development of Vidago is the discovery of natural springs and mineral water. This is where it came from. This mineral water they have here in Vidago is really something. Ah, what a way to end my day. Now it's my time to get pampered. It's 1 o'clock. Towel, please. After a good night's rest, I continue exploring the picturesque northern mountains. Next stop, Bragança, where I'll be staying at the distinguished Posada. Hello. Thank you very much. Obrigado.
Have a nice day.
Cheers. Castel de Bragança. We meet again. One of the reasons that brings me this far into the north is the G Posada restaurant, a Michelin star haven of sublime taste and flavors. The bread looks so fresh, like it just came out of the oven. Restaurant G offers an extraordinary gastronomic experience with seasonal local products, cooked and prepared with a contemporary twist by Chef Oscar Gonçalves.
The cuisine we make in G Posada is a cuisine from local food, local products. In this region, we have so many kind of species from vegetables, fish from the river, from lamb, from everything.
It's time for this egg to hatch.
So we have local food and Portuguese food.
Everything is so fresh here, so bold, so lively and presented so beautifully. And I think you inspire yourself from nature, basically.
Yes, from local natural, because we have in the mountain. And the mountain are the rivers and the colors, and I like this region.
Oscar just came and explained to me that this sea bass comes from the north of Portugal, and the fish from the north supposedly is much better because the water is cooler, so its flesh is a bit harder, which makes it even easier to cook. He decorated my dish with ink of an octopus coming from the Azores Island. Could you imagine the way that this ink made all the way to this restaurant to make it to my plate? The amount of thought dedicated in each plate. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
It's so my honor to meet you.
Thank you.
You very much.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
I hope you have liked the dinner.
Thank you. Just one quick question before we head off.
Tell me, sir.
Whose painting is this?
This painting is from Graça Moraes, and we have here in Bragança a museum with her known.
I would definitely make that my first stop tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir.
It was a lovely dinner. The painting I saw yesterday at G Posada left me intrigued. Graça Moraes is an artist that represents and symbolizes the entire region of Trás-os-Montes. I came today to the Museum of Contemporary Art of Bragança to discover more on this avant-garde artist. Bom dia!
Graça Moraes was born in a small village close to Bragança. Her work reflects both her origins and her experience in a modern and continuously changing world. Her roots and early life experience are very present in her paintings, such as nature that can be fairly adverse and frightening at times, or the role of women in society. Her work doesn't just evoke memories, it also echoes contemporary happenings and present-day questions, thus fusing past and present, local and global, in a permanent act of exposing and questioning.
In this moving painting, Graça Moraes expresses the suffering of the refugees, the ones who are constantly on the move.
On the next episode, I'll continue my journey through the best and most luxurious places in northern Portugal, as I make my way back to Porto through the famous Douro wine region.
Hey, I'm Gabriel, also known as Gabo the Guide. I'm passionate about traveling and taking people on amazing adventures. I'm on a journey to discover northern Portugal and experience the region's unique culture, gastronomy, and beautiful landscape. Let's visit Porto in the north. Inspired by the art, gastronomy, and lovely people of Trás-os-Montes, I leave the mountains and head south to the Douro Valley, home to the world-famous wine estates and vineyards. And the best way to begin exploring the region, definitely in an exclusive yacht, cruising its very soul, the Douro River. After spending a couple of days here in the region, I now realize that the Douro Valley has much more to offer than some of the best wine experiences and culinary attractions I've ever had, but also a chance to live a luxurious lifestyle. Cheers. Saúde! One cannot leave the Douro Valley without navigating on the Golden River. Right there is the Vintage House Hotel. I'm going to stay there tonight, and it's considered to be one of the most luxurious hotels in the entire Douro Valley.
Situated at the very heart of the Douro wine region, the Vintage House Hotel is surrounded by vineyards and offers amazing riverside views.
I've just got a sports car delivered at the hotel, the type of service I truly appreciate. Now, I'm about to drive on National Road 222, known as one of the most scenic roads in the world. I'm on my way here to Six Senses, a worldwide luxurious brand of resorts that spotted the potential of the Douro Valley and assembled a beautiful combination of nature, culture, and sustainability. and I'm driving there in this amazing electric sports car. The Six Senses Douro Valley is the ultimate high-end experience. Hello.
Welcome to Six Senses Douro Valley.
Thank you very much.
Allow me to introduce to our Tibetan singing bowl ritual to enhance good energy and start your journey.
Hello, sir. Hey, how are you?
Six Senses Douro Valley.
Thank you so
Allow
much.
me to offer you some port wine and a cold infusion with
Amazing.
lemon, orange, cucumber, and peppermint, and also some nuts.
This 19th century manor house is surrounded by amazing gardens and the typical terrace vineyard of the Douro. That was quite an entrance at Six Senses. Now it's time for me to change because I have some workshops to do. Doors closed. One of the coolest things here in the Six Senses is that they cultivate and harvest their own plants, vegetables, and herbs. I came to meet Raquel, the sustainability manager, who is going to show me the magic of the Earth Lab. Hello, Raquel.
Hello, Gabriel.
How
Welcome
are you?
to the Earth Lab.
Wow, Raquel, this is awesome. What do we have here?
Lots of things. So this is all from our garden. You can see we have here some apples. You want to try dehydrated apples?
Yeah.
Right here.
Why not?
So you can have some.
What can you make with all the things here that you preserve?
Most of the things that we have here we use as herbal teas. Also, other things are used for cooking, also for bakery. Everything that you see here on the shelves, also on the roof, that you have some herbs dehydrating. Everything that comes here to the Earth Lab, it's produced here.
What a beautiful garden you have here.
You see all this diversity that we have, all these small details, things that you cannot find in the market or even in the local suppliers that we use. We don't use any synthetic fertilizers or pesticides. Here you have this beautiful rosemary. You can pick it and we can use it later in our workshop.
That's great.
Here you also have some thyme.
Oh, I love thyme.
Curry herb. This one is really interesting because it smells like curry. But you know, curry, it's a mix of spices, so it's not curry, but it smells very similar to it.
Wow.
So it's interesting.
Wow, I've learned so much about this garden. I think it's time to go make pickles.
Yes, let's go to the Earth Lab and start our working, and you'll learn a lot about fermentation there, okay?
Incredible. The Earth Lab, such an amazing name.
Yes, it is.
Raquel, thank you so much for teaching me how to make my own pickles.
I hope you like the workshop, and I hope you start making your own pickles at home.
I will definitely do that. I think one of the most important things I've learned here in Six Senses is about the importance of ecology and sustainability. Making tourism not something just of leisure and fun, but also of great, great importance to the world. This is my pickles.
Yes, hope you
enjoy. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fully invigorated by the power of nature, it's time to leave the Douro Valley and cruise all the way down back to Porto. If you're looking for a stylish experience at the highest standards, the Yateman is the place for you. Located at the top of Vila Nova de Gaia, it has the best views to the city of Porto, an exquisite cuisine, and world-class spas and wellness treatments. The Yateman is a luxury wine hotel and spa with breathtaking views over the Douro River and the city of Porto. This is a place where everything is about excellency, from a 2 Michelin stars restaurant and an award-winning vinotherapy spa to a remarkable wine cellar.
All rooms and suites are very spacious and have either a private terrace or a balcony.
Oh my God! The city of bridges and the Douro River captured my heart. But now, it's time for my beauty sleep. All aboard! Oh no! There's no time to waste!
The Yateman is a paradise for wine lovers and the place to learn more about Portuguese wines.
That is exactly what happened to me last night. I feel you. The word of the day, Garrafeira, the wine cellar.
Welcome, Gabriel.
Thank
this
you.
is our kingdom. This is the wine cellar. So welcome and let's start the masterclass.
Quite the wine cellar you have here.
More than 1,000 references, around 40,000 bottles. This is the most complete collection of Portuguese wines. We'll start with this beautiful label. It's only a sample of what we have. This is special because it's Soalheiro Primeiras Vinhas. Primeiras Vinhas means first vines or the old vines of the property, completely adapted to the terroir of Minho region. Let's start.
It sounds so romantic and passionate when you talk about it.
This wine masterclass provides comprehensive knowledge about the different Portuguese wine regions.
It's so complex that you feel layers and layers and layers of aroma.
Along with a gastronomic pair to match.
Chin chin.
Chin chin, salud.
Salud.
After warming up in the masterclass, I'm ready for a very special lunch in an equally special place.
I came to Casa de Chá Boa Nova, a famous 2 Michelin star restaurant by the talented chef Rui Paula, to experience the top of Portuguese fine dining and to reveal his culinary inspirations. Look at this. I got the best table in the house. The restaurant is situated on a beautiful rocky hill on the Atlantic shore, has such a cozy atmosphere, especially on a rainy day like this. I can't wait and see what Chef Rui has in store for me. Chef Rui Paula.
Hello.
How did you come up with the idea to establish this place?
Era irrecusável convite para vir para uma casa destas, onde eu posso trabalhar o mar, ou seja, o peixe e o marisco, com estas vistas, e portanto eu aceitei e fiquei logo apaixonado pela casa. Isto é um cruzamento entre a arte, da arquitetura, que esta casa é muito bonita, e depois tem a entrar parte da minha comida. Portanto há aqui uma junção de duas coisas que se pode tornar numa experiência super agradável e diferente. Eu trouxe agora aí um prato para ti, que é o primeiro prato do nosso menu, é o único momento de pão que temos. Tem uma manteiga de lardo, digamos assim, e depois outra manteiga para acompanhar de algas, que é essa.
Once again, a masterpiece of combination in between colors, flavors and design.
Eu tenho o meu ADN. E acho que é isso que se deve manter, ou seja, ter pratos saborosos, bem apresentados, falar deles, pratos que contem alguma história. Tudo isto é importante e faz envolvência para pessoas como tu que nos visitam, sintam que de facto estão a ter uma verdadeira experiência.
And what a great experience indeed. As the sky clears and the sun comes back, the conditions are set for me to enjoy a cocktail or two at a sunset lounge party. Porto Cruz is the perfect place to try the famous port tonic. This port wine house has a museum, restaurant and bar, but the very best part is the top floor lounge. Perfect to bring your friends or make new ones.
So I would like to raise a toast for interesting encounters and get-togethers.
In Portuguese,
Saúde. Saúde. With a beautiful sunset marking the end of my luxury tour, there's one last thing I want to do. The Douro River is an essential part of life here and a part of the experience at Porto and Northern Portugal. If you really want to feel the river, you should do what I do and grab a boat ride with Phil Douro, cruise upstream in a luxurious fancy yacht. Luisana, queijo de estrela. You know me so well. Best cheese in Portugal. Just behind me, the famous promenade of Porto, the Ribeiro. Just on top of the Douro River, you can see people, couples, families coming here to have fun, to observe Vila Nova de Gaia on the other side, grab some pictures and enjoy a romantic dinner, or just enjoy the best scenic views in the city of Porto. Hola! As I witnessed with my own eyes and felt through all senses, Northern Portugal is becoming an essential spot for any traveler seeking a luxurious lifestyle, fashion trends, or staying at the most glamorous hotels and spas. So if you know what your true desire, Northern Portugal is here to make all your dreams come true.